Hello, hello, and welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Kate in the Nest, and it's a favorite time of the week for me. How are you going? Are you feeling well and happy, I hope, and excited about your stitching and making? I've had one of those special days that I'm bursting to share with you, and it's also um, here one of those special days in the calendar year, maybe introduced for a commercial reason, but this is the symbol of it. I got some happy mail from a purchase off Marketplace today. And I just could not resist. You know how much I love bags and purses and pouches. And that's just going to sit there as I intro today's session. And it is indeed, hooray, 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 it's Friday Forage and Fun with Fleur as our inspiration. I'm Kate, not Fleur, but you know how much I love Fleur and her work, and I'm finding that this series is teaching me so many things. So, what is this series? If you're just joining me, this is it packaged up before today's work. So the idea is I have taken Fleur's book, The Untamed Thread, and I'm working through her choice of palettes so I can learn about which colors go together, because you know me, I'm an eclectic, and um, I don't know it's not that I don't follow the rules, I actually don't know the rules. um, so what we have here is 4 needle. Well, they're not needle books, really. They're fabric books, they're journals, whatever we want to call them. This was the first, and this is warm colours. Warm. After that, we did... No, that's wrong. Why can't I even remember that? Let's go back to the page. Soft. See, they all go together for me. So this is soft colours, followed by warm. And this one is I also did this in January, so that's the joy. So soft, warm, I can see an order now, cool, and last episode's was, look at that thread, where's that coming from? Green. So there we are. And the idea, as I've shared, because I am using them like journals, fabric journals. I'm being influenced by my paper journaling. Can you see that? I'm particularly interested in the spines. So this is the only one with her wrap on so far, but they will have various different ways of closing. But on my shelf here in the nest, we will be able to go through soft, warm, cool, green. And today, the big reveal is pinks. Just even the way, look, it's just a beautiful book. So if you haven't got Untamed Thread or know of Fleur's work, you know, save your pennies, and it's gorgeous. So Fleur describes pinks. Oh, how amazing. This is actually Valentine's Day. Romantic, deep, wine, and opulent. Do you know that I hadn't read that before I bought this down? So is this not vintage, romantic, heart shape? It's very old. Deep, and that is wine. And opulent. And these are hearts up here. So this bag matches Fleur's page. like it was meant to be. And these are the colours. So as I've explained before, I love the visual. This means a lot. But if we want a definition of the colours in Fleur's description: coral, hot pink, watermelon, bubblegum, grape. I'd sort of describe that one as grape. Strawberry. Oh, I had some strawberry somewhere on fabric. Don't think I've got them. Burgundy, magenta, rouge, and fuchsia. And there are the colours. Just absolutely adore. I just have to keep putting that there because I'm looking from above and I'm thinking how amazing that I didn't, you may not believe me, but I didn't really know. I was just after the heart. Okay, so let's talk about gathering the bits and pieces to make our next fabric journal. I did, as I was foraging, come across this. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you might remember this needle book. And I love this one, if I say so myself, because of the closure. This little bit of crochet off a doily just brings me joy. And I was just doing that intuitively. It's an early work, but I do love that I did French knots and some of my favorite fabrics and crocheting. My husband keeps saying to me, you haven't done a crocheting video for a while. And I said, that has to be March. So if you do all of that and are interested in me getting back to crochet, it is coming. So needlebook, little embroideries, etc. And crochet, I think it's a crochet heart. Okay, so I've done that. So what I'm interested in, and it's been well used, you can see the love that, as someone said, or many of us say, you can't have too many of these. So I could quite easily put that on the shelf, but I'm not going to. We're going to start afresh and see how to start from scratch with new inspiration. So foraging today, I went to see my mum, and thank you for so many of you who ask about my mum regularly. She was in fine form. We went out for our coffee and cake, and that was very special. And then we started talking about how much she's always loved quilt shows and things like that. And we often talk about how ironic, and I've said it to you many times if you've been here for a while, that she loves making quilts by machine with applique, and I've gone to making smaller bits with applique, all hand stitched. But she was saying about her favourite times of the year, and that she used to go to every quilt show or craft show that she could. She travelled to the city. Why am I talking about this? She talked about one at Rose Hill Racecourse. I looked that up and found that it was now called Craft Alive, and it happened to be on this weekend. So I worked out the distance. It was rainy, risky, but I thought, for mum's sake, and I can talk to her about this, I went to Craft Alive. And the sewing basket was there. Shout out to them. And I picked up some, look at that, purple and pink, and a whole lot of other things. This isn't a haul video, but so I've got lots of, I'll show you this. This was a panel that they had hanging. It's in the pinks, and I just liked these roses and the big pictures of roses. It's probably not allowed to call them pictures, but you know what I mean, printed. Then I can fussy cut, put on my blossom and all of those sorts of things. The directly opposite the sewing basket was the stall by the beautiful Leela from the Maker's Stash. Now, I have seen Leela and her work on Instagram, but to see her things in the flesh was absolutely wonderful. She looked absolutely gorgeous. And I love matching the person that we see on social media and in the flesh. So that was a joy. So a shout out to you, gorgeous one. And I made some purchases. So these I picked out in pink. I did say I was coming home to make a Fleur pink video. So those tiny ones. There's another green, which I love, but I'm going to use that somewhere else, I think. I won't. Oh, there's the strawberries. Look, strawberry pink. So those little ones, some other bits of, I think this is vintage sheeting, beautifully laundered, and I thought for a journal that would be gorgeous. She had many beautiful embroideries. This one is one I bought down for this session because I just love that delicateness. And I've learned in Fleur's work that we mustn't be exclusive, that green goes with everything and a pop of yellow. So there's a little story before we even start with those. And then you will know that I'm not a quilter, but my mum has quilted for many years and she knows all the brands. And I know that I used to often, if she asked for a gift, she'd say, can we go online and buy some Tilda? So this is sort of a lovely recollection and a memory of my mum and all her quilting. She's not quilting, but she showed me she's making pillow slips now. Beautiful work. And of course sent me home with a pouch with a zipper in it. But that's another story. But these, I spoke to Layla about them and she said, this is the new range, I think. Please forgive me if you're a quilter and know more than I do. Sunday brunch. But again, with my pinks and florals and my quilt and Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. Look at these. Oh, I didn't see that one. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that with warm and joy. Beautiful. I'll just tuck that in. This one. And for the first time, I bought a pictorial one, a modern. Well, it was in the pack. But again, was it in Roxy's Journal of Stitchery Lazy Summer Days? Like that could have been harvested. So I won't use that one, the Savi, but I have it. So beautiful quality. All right, so let's get on. So that's my new stash, if you like. That will help with our pinks. And I did say to Leela that I'm transitioning, well, not transitioning, I'm an eclectic, so I want to keep using vintage and new fabrics as I evolve in the work. All right, so got those today. And stash-wise, I bought down, you've seen this before, stained baby's dress that was dyed. That's good because it's been a day of seeing my mum. Here's her half slip, the gift that keeps on giving. Beautiful baby pink. This is off tablecloth. This is part of my mum's machined quilt with calf facet, but I'm thinking that that could make a good page in my journal, an applique, and to start us off, the same blanket that I'm using in my Blossom blocks and Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So that's going to be where we start today. And then I found that. So that is like this. So I'm a bit squishy, but I do love this surrounded. I've got some wool here. Oh my gosh, please don't scold me. It's beautiful and pink and blush. All right, let's get making. I've just been reminded, I heard a lady say today that the buying and the organising is just as much a part of the making, and I had to agree very much. Oh, I bought that out of my stash and that little one there. So I'm back to starting from scratch because I haven't had time prior. So you know this is real. This is going to be the cover. Again, she's a little bit shorter than the others. She'll go next to green. We'll be okay with that. That's the height that I had. Okay, let's treat this as a collage. And I like making each of them different. Okay, I did an applique on the front. I don't want to do that. This one had a lot more layering. This one had the doily, crochet doily. And this one, I started with the cream, the soft colours, and then I actually added the pink afterwards. So what does that all mean for this one? This will be a page inside. And may poke out. Let's harvest. Oh, beautiful. Look at these stripes. And they've been beautifully laundered. But on this scale, I'm thinking we'll go small. So I'll leave that in a big strip. I hate to, Leila has presented everything so beautifully. But see, all of these have got some green in them so far. Bit of this one. I've got Rachel's words where she said she doesn't like uneven bits, so she cuts strips. So that's what I'm doing. I think I'll do this a little bit wider. I think I'll leave this one for the moment because of the blue. This is very dainty and cream. I could actually do some thread painting of that. And I'll probably leave this one because it's similar, and I think we need a pop. So I've got strawberries on the mind. I think Fleur was talking about the colour strawberry, and I've gone literal ripe strawberries. But watermelon, all of that. Okay. So let's take the doily out of the way for the moment. I'm going to use just a natural fold where there's the blanket's got a check. I'm liking this as the front. We're just going to play with collaging for a little minute. sort of like how this raw could run down the side there. Oh, I didn't show you this. But it's time for Christina of Christina Creates very soft wool to come in this one. I think I'll probably do a page and a little bit of a trim. What else do I need on here? Okay, let's go. Oh. Bury the scissors. Just go up the side seam here. We'll just tear a little strip. Oh, so easily. That's right. We'll cut. Are those hearts flashing in your eyes? I'd probably better check. No, they're not. I'll stand it up near my little... Put her up there for a while. So we've got a little bit more room. I think I'll make a page of this inside. Okay, let's see where we're up to. I didn't even have time to thread a needle, so I'm just going to pop over here, find a needle. This seems to be, I think it's Fleur wool, so I'll just start with that. What do we know that we're going to do? I want that there. It's probably too much of this pink, but let's start with that. I was going to do that over the top, although I like that ragged edge. I'm liking the texture of this bit. Okay, ends up going like that. So let's just do a little bit of this. was just going to try and see whether I could be quite matchy. Of course I can't. So of course I could be using vintage bits. Where was that? Oh, that's the sheet. I've used that. I've got some of that. This pink linen. So when we collage, we're trying not to have the same joining point. You probably know that. And where's that strawberry bit? I also brought this down because I had it close to my quilt. I think that would be lovely. I have far more pinks than I have of greens. Okay, I'll just do another little bit of strawberry. Which might be nice because I've got two frayed ends on it. I'll take my watch off. It gets tight and I don't need to hear what time it is and what's going on in the world when I'm in the nest. So I'm hardly seeing that beautiful material now, so let's move that over. See a few more of those little daisies. Bring this up over that. And then strawberries will show on the spine. Let's make this a long one like a binding. Buried my pins. It's so lovely that a lot of you have told me what you're working on at the moment, so you know that I love the sharing part. I didn't open this. Oh, there's some more contrast in these roses, so let's just harvest. And I say contrast, more colours of pink. And see, that could go somewhere like that. So we're hiding a bit of that plain. I'll come back to the embellishing. All right, that's a good start. I don't know what we'll put there yet, but let's just, I did thread, didn't I? double stitch there. Now, of course, you could invisibly stitch all of this down, and on bigger, more intricate works, I would do that. But in this little series, let's get your colours. Go foraging, and then get that needle going, because they're meant to be fast little projects that you can keep adding and adding to. Do I want that under or over? I think I want it over. So this beautiful, fine I want to say lawn, but I don't know why. You know, Mum and I, when we get together, we realise that it's just an amazing stage, I think, that we realise how much we've talked about fabric and sewing and stitching and craft all our lives. But until I've stopped, you know, my everyday work, it was like it was just buried in me. And so our absolute joy now is to spend days like this, just chatting, reminiscing, laughing. But you know, she's machine doing these amazing pillowcases that she's making as gifts. She's been to Spotlight, and at 93, I mean, actually, what I should be saying is, I don't know why I need to say her name at her age, because I shouldn't, because it's just proving to me that you can do anything. So now I'm going to go across here, because I love these little pintucky lines. Stitch by stitch. And we've got to this seam here, so we'll just duck under. To cover up. And I would say this is looking plain down here, so let's embroider as we go. And go under there and up here. Let's do a big pink daisy. You know me, it's not many stitches. That are different, but they're tried and true. I'm just at the nice pink stage on this variegated wool. Flatten that out a bit. Sometimes I just pull too tight in my excitement. it's gone quiet because she's just relaxing and reflecting on the day. I was just thinking about how special it is to go to a gathering of crafty people and just realize how many of us love doing things like this. And while my mum couldn't go, she was the one who inspired me, and it's like she gets the thrill out of just knowing that I'm interested. So if you're in Sydney, I think it goes for one more day tomorrow. You probably won't see this before that, but just in case. Just go across here. No, let's go. Yes, we will. Just to anchor this down. It may well be covered. I might have wanted to put the raw edge over there, but I haven't. So something new always. Okay, that thread. It's finding it hard to go through there. Has now managed to, one thread has secured the strawberries, messily appliqué the little bit of vintage, made a statement daisy and anchored this piece down for me. So I like that as a start. I'm going to adapt that now so that there's a bit more raw. Okay, let's just have a look at the spine. Not that we planned them, but see, I'm finding that interesting. Not even, meaning not a straight line, a bit of lace, a bit of flower, something here. I like always to put texture on. It's the second time I've tried that. So this might be a Suffolk puffy type of closure. And let's just walk through. Can I recycle a pin now? So just if you're new or you'll know this already, actually, I'm just going to share what goes through my mind. I just saw that there's that big white spot there. So we're going to add to the fabric that's already there and enhance it with another layer. So this is a bit square. See, I can see that I can join that flower onto there. I'm losing a little bit of that one, but I like that. So there she is. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say is I'm just amazed by this community. I say it a lot, but I'm never going to take it for granted. So I would just like to acknowledge that the Facebook group, I mentioned Donna and Alicia the other day, and just the ongoing generosity of subbies who want to encourage and share and gift is, it just makes me tear up every time. So thank you. All right, let's just not lose my needle. Where's the doily gone? Here she is. Now there's blue there, but we're not going to ban blue. So there's the start of an idea that crocheted edge comes out. I'll applique that on. So one page, doily. Oh, see, they're just as beautiful on the inside. Absolutely glorious. If I was clever, which is not what I am, but maybe I could lead into the blue. I could. So let's see if we can make a sort of page out of this. Here's my very bad cutting. So cover, doily. And what I'm going to do is, when we journal, often pages aren't the same length. So I'm going to make that page shorter, and it gets rid of that wonky bit. This one can stay. I need to trim that up. And then that blue can talk to that bit of blue. Pink, pink, pink. So 1, 2, 3. I'm usually working on about 7, and I may not have enough for all of that here. I did say I had other things to consider. Oh, that's pretty as well. That goes nicely. Forgot about that one. Back to the pages. Oh my gosh, I've just stood up and seen how long I've been filming. Here's another little scrap of my blanket. You know what, folks? I'm not going to be able to show you all of it because I'm playing in the nest and there are things to be done, especially after a drive in the rain to the big smoke. So thinking texture-wise, I like that little blue there, even though it's not strictly skinny page. I'll have some more fabric in between, but there she is. She's starting to take shape. And if I could put hands on a beautiful pink braid, I would, but we'll have to wait for that. Oh, hang on. This is the time. This is the time where in this needlebook we'll celebrate some pink that looks like royalty. What about that? A little bit of satin. Yep, and a pocket. So I don't really want to stop. But my pink butterfly is starting to get caught. It's just, someone asked me the other day, did they get stuck all the time? And I go, yes, but I still love it. Okay, so that's going to go in there as a thought. So when you open it, we've got this against that, the juxtaposition. Okay, it's going to stop talking now and take you back to where we started, which is our page of pink. That's where I am so far. Probably more green than's on this side, but that's okay. And to finish it off, a bit of the burgundy. No, my eye can't settle with that. I've got to go put that there and put my pinks there so that you can keep working on your project. I do hope, as I said, that you are well, and I'm just wishing you a wonderful time ahead with your making on the weekend. Until next time, this is Katie in the Nest. Thank you so much for being with me. Bye.